Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I thought it'd be a good idea to revisit one of the most popular areas that got featured in Jurassic Park 3, the InGen Aviary, or the Birdcage as Dr. Grant calls it. Now, this facility is featured prominently in the third Jurassic film after Eric Kirby meets back up with his parents and our group of protagonists evade the formidable Spinosaur. After locking themselves into the entrance and discovering that Billy has stolen Velociraptor eggs, everyone makes their way down the staircase in order to get to the boat that they saw in an earlier scene. As it currently stands, the Site B Aviary is honestly one of the most mysterious and unexplained pieces of the Isla Sorna lore. This is mainly due to it housing a very aggressive and radically different looking Pteranodon variant to what we've seen in every other entry in the series. Now, during the production and release of Jurassic Park 3, Joe Johnston described this film's Pteranodons as being something that InGen didn't tell anyone about. His exact words being the following.
The Pteranodon is one of the things that Hammond's company was doing without telling anybody about it. They were hatching a lot of different dinosaurs that they didn't admit to, and when they moved out, they basically left the cages open and everybody got on the boats and planes and got out of there as quick as they could.
Now, obviously, since then, we've learned a little bit more about Site B and this film's Spinosaurus in particular. However, I do want to point out the fact that this species of Pteranodon has still been left kind of unexplained. You see, in the Lost World Jurassic Park, Roland Timbo is seen holding what is pretty much a mock-up of the official InGen list, which has since been released to the public during the build-up for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And on that list, we are indeed given a species of Pteranodon that is extremely different from what we can see in JP3. It should also be noted that another Pteranodon type is shown at the very end of the Lost World before the credits, which makes the origins of this scarier, more vicious variant even more intriguing. That being said, the InGen Aviary on Site B was definitely built to house all Pteranodons that would have been bred and kept after until their eventual shipment to Isla Nublar for Jurassic Park. The layout of the complex was built atop of a canyon over a long river. A spiral staircase connected the many floors of the aviary, which also came accompanied with long bridges used by Site B's maintenance to more than likely help reach the creatures. Inside of the birdcage itself was a small group of pretty savage Pteranodons. During the events of Jurassic Park 3, 4 adult specimens and a nest with several juvenile individuals can be seen during Billy's paragliding rescue. Now, at the very bottom of this badly damaged facility, there was a large metal door. This door was kept shut and tightly locked before all of our protagonists make their way down the observatory staircase, but would of course be left unlocked after they all left on the boat. The movie implies that these specific Pteranodons had been locked into this complex since the hurricane that hit the island. However, as I've mentioned earlier, we can see a group of freed Pteranodons at the end of the second film, which would have predated this movie's events by a full 4 years. With this information, the operation of the Site B Aviary becomes even more interesting and mysterious as more questions present themselves to the audience than actual answers, such as why was the aviary kept locked with these creatures inside of its cage while the different species were able to fly free and live outside of the structure? Did they make it out of the complex, or did they come from a completely different complex that we've yet to see? Now, in reality, there is no answer to this question. I'm not exactly sure if we'll ever get any new information on Isla Sorna anytime soon, but I will say that stuff like this is ripe for being explored in future material. In my own personal opinion, I don't think it's too outlandish to believe that Mizrahi Global may have had a hand in creating these new aggressive pterosaur variants after the events of the second movie. We already know that they are responsible for the creation of the Spinosaurus, along with every other new dinosaur that we got to see in JP3. So in my eyes, it's the only thing that currently makes any sense. But again, as I've stated before, there is unfortunately no answer to this question as it currently stands. Nevertheless, make no mistake, the birdcage was indeed built by John Hammond's InGen back in the 1980s or early 90s in preparation for his tourist attraction Jurassic Park. The facility's old and decrepit look in 2001 are a telltale sign of its long-weathered history of receiving no upkeep. As it stands in the films, it was the containment center for a group of mysterious animals that were kept locked in and shut out from the rest of the Lost World. Everything else there is to talk about the aviary is purely based on speculation. Now, I'm curious to hear what all of you think about this abandoned and pretty rusty InGen complex. What do you think the ultimate purpose was for the Site B birdcage? Are you of the opinion that it was just a complex that was never opened? Or do you think that there may be something more interesting that's taken place there after InGen moved everyone out and Peter Ludlow set off with his harvest team? Whatever your opinions and thoughts are on the subject, I'd love to hear all of it in the comments down below. Now before I go, I want to thank my game wardens, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. It means the world to me that you guys continue to support what I do, and I seriously am extremely thankful for all of you just watching the videos. It honestly means the world. Now, I'd like to thank all of you for watching the video, and hope that you all enjoyed today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you are interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.